My name is Lynn.
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 Lynn. Lynn. L-Y-N-N.
L-Y-N.
Lynn. Lynn. Lynn.
Am I going to marry and have children?
L-Y-N.
L-Y-N-N.
Lynn.
Lynn.
That's why I said. દાદા એ પૂછે છે કે લગ્ન કરીને એના છોકરા થશે એ તમને પૂછે છે કે લગ્ન કરીને એના છોકરા થશે
લગ્ન કરો છોકરા થઈ જાય
Do you want or not? You want children or not?
Yes.
Yeah. How many you want?
5, 6.
That's all? That's all?
5 children.
5 kids. How many? How
4.
only 4 person.
That's all right. That's probably more than I can handle. No. When will I fall in love with someone?
या हमके 4 बराबर छे Lane.
So is correct? Your name?
Yes.
Your name is
Your name is Lane.
Lynn.
Lane.
Lynn.
Who are you?
Who are you?
Your name is Lynn. So who are you?
Be comfortable.
I see. You know, if you say my name is Lynn, so who's the owner of that? Okay, I am Lynn. That's right. I am Lynn. You think about it. Sister name given to you.
So you are saying that my name, my hand, my eye. Who says
Mine.
who is I? Who says mine?
What's your soul's name? Then that's a stick.
That's a big
I can take no life.
They all come in the front. That's good. No problem.
It's something to understand, you know.
It might take the whole life.
It's someone मारे क्या हुआ है?
I want to solve this. The world is the puzzle itself. Where you find the world is puzzle. My real mind we are far beyond.
My relative viewpoint, your lane. My real viewpoint, your soul.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, ये हमके के साइंस ये बराबर छे मगर का उत्तर छे
Who are you then?
Who are you?
My real viewpoint we are pure soul. My relative viewpoint we
I
are.
have to put that into words though, who you are.
એમ કે શબ્દમાં કેવી રીતે મુકાય કે હું કોણ છું?
Is it correct?
Now what do we do?
હવે મારે શું કરવું? તમે તો પઝલમાં મૂકી દીધા.
I don't understand how I can answer that.
You are sister of your brother. My relative viewpoint you are daughter of your father. My relative viewpoint you are wife of your husband.
હા.
No.
My real viewpoint you are prayer soul.
Right. Yeah. Okay. That's your permanent. It's your wrong.
Related
It's
thing.
your wrong belief that I am me, I am daughter of so and so, I am sister of so and so, wife of so and so. Because it is all relative viewpoint. By relative viewpoint you are all this. But not by the real viewpoint, not by the fact. What is by fact? By fact you are pure
तो
soul.
सारा जी का बोल रहा है तो प्यार से माफी मांगे.
Dadashri says, if you make any mistakes, then you have to ask for the
You have to beg pardon of your pure soul which is inside. You can pray the soul which is inside you. It is your God. What do you
बिना
call
कहे
it?
है ना यानी कि सारा जी भूल गई है रिलेटिव जी तो प्यार से माफी मांगी है.
When you make a mistake, Dada says, if you make a mistake when you feel good to yourself, you ask for forgiveness within your soul, and say you did something bad to somebody else, then you apologize, you pray to the soul within that body and ask for forgiveness. And that is the real way of sending the message to God. Okay? That's interesting. I'll think about that. Maybe વિચાર કરીશ કે તે વાત બરાબર છે સાચી છે.
हाँ correct correct.
That is a real way of praying when you ask for forgiveness for whichever mistake you did. So whichever soul that you
This
were.
knowledge will solve all problems.
His knowledge will solve all problems of life. No
Thank you. Happy birthday.
Okay, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday.
We're gonna go back to our beach party. Okay. Hope you enjoy it.
Thank you.
Very nice.
Dada Bhagavan. Dada Bhagavan.
Dada Bhagavan is the eternal one within everyone. It is not this person that is in front of you. He is a Gnani Purush in whom the absolute self manifests in all its glory in the form of pure knowledge. Knowledge that makes you free. And that knowledge was so amazing that it was also associated with a total knowledge of this universe. And he imparted this knowledge to others in the Gnanvidi in 1962 onwards. The one who cannot even cut a papadam, the one who does not even have the energy to break a wafer, can shatter my ego forever. That is the line. And this is the Dada Bhagavan, the fully enlightened one within a human form. That is what you are seeing here. Gnani Purush Dadashri, in whom Dada Bhagavan, the eternal one, manifest. Sat Chit Anand. Sat is eternal, Chit is the purified inner vision knowledge complex, and Anand is bliss, which is beyond pleasure and pain. It is associated with the awareness of the eternal. The awareness of the eternal is awakened. It cannot be awakened by the efforts of the relative self, the worldly self. It can only be awakened by the one who ha, who has that energy and who is in that state. Ambalal is my Dada Bhagwan. There is so much love for this Gnani Purush that here you have the Mahatmas and the ladies in their little free time moving around Gnani Purush, who is sitting in a wheelchair. In his latter years, he had sustained a hip fracture, recovered without surgery, but he had to make use of a wheelchair if he had to walk any length of distance. Ambalal is my Dada Bhagwan, is what they are singing. And along with that, Niruma is making them sing about the 24 Tirthankars. The various Tirthankars have come and gone, the fully enlightened ones, but Ambalal is my fully enlightened one in front of me. Different names of the 24 Tirthankars are being recited. And these 24 Tirthankars are the fully enlightened ones. The last one left the earth 2600 years ago. So while this is being going on, these 24 Tirthankars, the fully enlightened ones, started with the million years ago. Dada Rishabdev was his name, Rishabdev. The next one was, the second Tirthankar was Ajit Nath. Third one, Sambhav Nath. Fourth one, Abhinandan. Fifth one, Sumati Nath. Sixth one, Padma Prabh. Seventh Tirthankar, Suparshanath. Eighth Tirthankar, Chandraprabh. Ninth, Pushpadant. 10th, Sheetarnath. 11th, Shreyansnath. 12th, Vasupujya. 13th, Vimalnath. 14th, Anantnath. 15th, Dharmanath. 16th, Shantinath. 17th, Kuntunath. 18th, Arahnath. 19th, Mallinath. 20th, Munisuvrat. 21st, Naminath. 22nd, Neminath. 23rd, Parshvanath. And 24th, Mahavir, Lord Mahavir. The one who has attained the self, final liberation is not very far. Rajul takes care of Neminath. A long story there between Rajul and Neminath. And then the Tirthankar, most praised Tirthankar, Parshvanath, 250 years before Lord Mahavir, the last Tirthankar who walked the face of this earth 2600 years ago in northeast India. Do the darshan of the Gnani doing darshan of the Mahatmas. Garba is the circumambulation in a singing mode, dancing. So this is the dance of the enlightened ones around the enlightened one, around the absolutely enlightened one. There you see Niruma, which Dr. Niruben Amin, who carried on the work after 1988, because the live Gnani is necessary to continue with the Gnanviti and the awakening. Whereas the Gnani Purush Dadashri left the original blueprints of the entire Akram Vignani. You can see the natural way in which Mahatmas have joined in, absolutely not conscious of the relative self, in parking lots and roads of cities across America and in India and in London. And Ambalal, our Gnani, is world famous. The Dada Bhagwan, the self within Gnani Purush Dadashri, is the combination of the 24 Tirthankars. And that is the essence of this particular song. Combination of the knowledge, the essence of the absolute knowledge of the 24 Tirthankars who preceded and who actually walked in human form on this earth of ours, beginning 1,000,000 years ago and ending 2,700 years ago. Dada Bhagwan just said, Dada Bhagwan is here, Dada Bhagwan is here. Now the Satsang. Infinite, you have taken infinite lifetimes, but by remaining and by following the agnas of for infinite lifetimes, you were not able to defeat the intellect. However, you have been able to do that, and it is through the 5 agnas of the Gnani Purush you have been able to defeat the intellect. Mohan Bhai has called from Los Angeles. Dadashri is in Oak Ridge. Dadashri says, my satsang is going on, so he just said, Jai Sachidanand. The poor people, they don't know how to really take advantage of the self as capital, and so they keep on looting in the relative only. You see, the intellect only sees the profit and the loss only. That which shows you profit and loss in the relative life is intellect. You see, I mean, if he has had a fight with his wife, he does not know how to overcome the problem. Who is the real intellectual person? The one who really will not get involved with conflicts with anyone. You see, and if he does get involved with the conflict, he will immediately solve it. And if you just check around, is anybody upset with you? If anybody is upset with you, then you are not considered somebody with a good intellect. You are not. See, you know, a person who is an intellectual endowed with good intellect is the one with whom nobody will be upset in this world. That is the right kind of intellect, and it will never let you suffer in this world. And such a one also believes that I am intelligent. I know something. What is the use of intellect that makes you suffer in this world? You see. So if you step away from your intellect, then things will happen. Otherwise, you will continue to suffer. Some people earn millions in no time, but they have so much conflict with their intellect and others in this world. What is the use of such intellect? Another person is Sanjay is calling. Sanjay, Jai Sachidanand. Jai Sachidanand. Continue. So Dada, again Dada Bhagwan Nasim Jai Jaikar Ho. Beautiful darshan of the Gnani Purush here. Dada Bhagwan, for those of you who are new to this video, is not a human being. It is the eternal element within everything that lives. And in this gentleman known M. Patel, Dada Bhagwan exploded in 1958. The eternal element, the self, the absolute self, became manifest. This satsang is in Oak Ridge, Tennessee. In the mid 80s, a whole room full of Mahatmas sitting, enjoying the darshan of the Gnani, enjoying the presence of the Gnani who has enlightened them, who has separated them from their mind, speech and body complex. Gnani Purush Dadashri suffered from chronic obstructive pulmonary disease and had profuse expectorations. And this is the state of the relative body complex in old age. But the Gnani is not living in the body even for a second. He is absolutely separate from all evidences of mind, speech and body. Dr. Niruben Amin, the subsequent Atmagnani, who took over the work of furthering this science of Akram Vignani for the rest of the world, sitting to the right of the Gnani. You can see the unison with which this mind, speech and body are involved in singing this chant. Eternal glory to the infinite, boundless glory to the eternal one within me and within everything that is in front of me that is living. It is that vision which is precious. Life, precious life. Life-giving element. That by which life is and that in whose absence life is not. That is Dada Bhagwan. He has said that when you sing this mantra, it will quieten you, it will calm you down, it will allow your ability to concentrate increase, it will give you a focus in your relative life. It will take you away from all miseries because you are singing about that which is eternal within you. Then he prompts about the next hymn. He says, nothing decreases within Dada and yours keep on increasing. You have to insult the intellect within you and tell it to get out, because it will not listen to you. Otherwise the intellect will beat you to death. So it is very, very important to throw the intellect out. This is the Agna of Dada. Get out. I don't want to listen to you. Intellect will show you profits and losses in the relative life and keep you engaged in the relative life only, never to extricate yourself, never allow you to go towards the path of liberation. You see, there is a certain amount of intellect that is already there, caught up in the worldly work. That will is always there. But because and all these paths of religion that are being carried on through the intellect, they are indeed really actually diverting human beings away from liberation and taking them on the wrong path. Wherever there is intellect, there is restlessness. It is not harmful, but it is helpful in only worldly life. But on the path of liberation, it is an enemy. Intellect is an effect. You cannot change it. If you do good things, then good intellect will arise. If you do bad things, bad intellect will arise. Nobody knows how to take care of his wife, does one? After a few years, they start fighting, do they not? Intellect is that which is associated with common sense, and it is where we'll get common sense in this entire India. Do you think anybody in India has common sense? Radha is asking. Do you think I have a boss over me? Asked Dada. What is the meaning of common sense? It is that which is applicable everywhere. That is the definition of common sense. Do you understand? No matter how badly a lock is locked up, common sense will open all the locks of this world. And such intellect that fights and creates conflicts decreases common sense. The moment he enters a bus, he is constantly finding which is the right seat, where can I sit in the bus. The intellect is in constant application only. And if he finds the right seat, he is happy. If he finds the wrong seat, he has got a sour face. You have to find that which increases common sense. When you use your intellect for the benefit of others and do good things, common sense will increase. When you use the intellect for selfish purposes, common sense will decrease. And the Gnan, the knowledge of the self, is without any contradiction at all. Ashok, do you understand a little bit? Yes, he says. What is the relationship between the self, Atma, and Chit? What is the difference? What is the relationship? What is that Chit which gives you the knowledge and vision of the world, relative world? That Chit which shows you worldly knowledge and worldly vision, it is impure Chit. That is why people say, I want to purify my Chit. Or people say, I want to purify my Chit. Because it keeps on going into worldly matters only. Have you heard the word Shuddhikaran, purification of the Chit? And the absolutely pure Chit, Sampurna Shuddha, is the self as capital, Atma. Dada, profit and loss is showed by the intellect, is it not? No, profit and loss is shown by the intellect, right, Dada? Yes, says that. But the Chit can become progressively purified and becomes the self as capital, Atma. It wanders in impure things. How can it become pure? How can it become pure, Dada? When one realizes who he is, when one comes to the experiential answer of who am I, then the Chit becomes pure. When Shuddha Chit, pure Chit is pure soul. Do you understand the meaning of Chit? Dada, what is no karma? Do you understand, Kapil? He says, yes, Dada. Do you understand, Kapil? He is asking another gentleman. He is the son of Chiman Bhai. Go to his home. He lives in Detroit. And he tells Kapil Bhai, you go to his motel also. Dada is introducing two Mahatmas to each other. Dada, what is no karma? What is no karma? No karma is a discharge karma. If you tell me the meaning of Dravyakarma, Dada says, then I will tell you the meaning of no karma. You have climbed only 2 steps and now you want to go to the 3rd step. What is the problem? Dada, please explain. I'll wait for your answer. You, Dada, you explain. Now you tell me what is the meaning of no karma. I was reading in your Aptavani, Dada. Dada, no, please. Dada says, tell me. Dada, we are ignorant. You tell us. Dada, that which is coming in, filling in, and discharging, that is Dravyakarma. No, Dada, she says no, that is not Dravyakarma. What did he say? Puran Galan, intake and output. Dada, she says no, that is not called Dravyakarma. Dravyakarma is a discharge karma. No karma is also discharge karma. Dravyakarma is subtle discharge karma, and no karma is gross discharge karma. Dadashri now answers. First there is bhaav karma, intent karma, and then there is no karma. And dravya karma is a totally different thing. From the dravya, the intent arises. And then the bhaav karma results in intentions. And the effect of bhaav is no karma. The effect is called no karma. The bhaav karma is cause, no karma is effect. And the intentions arise through dravya karma. Bhaav karma begins with I am Suresh, I am Uwe. But that conviction has gone, is it right? And you're no longer Suresh, are you? You're no longer Suresh. You're no longer Uwe, are you? Dada, you explain us, please. You are the Gnani, Dada. Do you understand? Do you understand? Do you understand? He's asking different people. What is Dravyakarma, Dada says? That from which intention of karma arises. There are 8 types of Dravyakarma. 8 types of discharge, subtle discharge karma. 8 different types. There are 8. One is Gnanavaran, Darshanavaran, Mohni, illusion obscuring, and the 4th one is Antarai, obstruction karma. Then Vedaniya, Nam, Gotra, and Ayushya. These 8 become Dravya karma. Let us take Vedaniya, the karma of suffering. The suffering can be, it's a Dravya karma. It is an effect. To suffer pain and pleasure is an effect. It is an effect of the causes that were created. Bhaav karma is cause. From the cause there is effect, and from the effect there is cause. So while suffering pain or pleasure, there is new cause, new bhaav karma. That is the Vedaniya. There are 2 types of Vedaniya. Shata means pleasure bearing, and Ashata means pain bearing. Have you ever had pain, suffering of pain? You see, that is, if you have hunger pains, that is suffering of pain. That is Ashata Vedaniya. If you are thirsty, if you are hungry, that is all Ashata Vedaniya, the suffering of pain karma. And therefore our Gnan says that it is an effect, and therefore settle it with equanimity, because it is an effect, it is not a charge. It was created in the last life. But otherwise it's, oh my God, I'm suffering so much, and then by saying that, he's just created a bhaav and intent, and he's created a new seed for an effect in the next life. He says, and he himself is upset, and he'll tell his wife, you go get some water, get lost, get me some water. Now he has just complicated the karma. Don't you think the Patels do that? You see? And so, he has trapped his pure soul inside. And he says, to Akal Vagar, you stupid woman, get lost, as if you have any sense in you, says Dada. He is a big sack of intellect, is he not? Akal no kothado, talking such negatively to his wife. So he's just created a new intent. That is the new bhaav karma, and he'll have to suffer the effect of such karma in the next life. But if you know that it is in a karma, it is an effect karma, ashata vedani, and if you do not blame anybody around you, then it will not come back again. You are not planting new seeds into it. You are not creating new dravya karma. You are not creating new bhav karma through that dravya karma. So dravya karma is an effect karma. The next one is gotra karma, the status karma. You are somebody from blue blood, somebody royal, or but somebody appreciates you. You know, there are two types. There is the karma of fame and the karma of disrespect. Somebody might say Uwe is such a nice man, and then after a few years somebody will say Uwe is a bad man. So but the one who is above this all will not hurt anyone to the slightest extent. So if somebody compliments Uwe or Nada saying you are a very wonderful lady, you should not get bloated from inside saying, oh, and then when somebody criticizes Nada, you should not feel so upset from within. You should remain in equanimity. You don't become tight just because somebody compliments you. And the other is imitating a tight person, somebody who has just been complimented. You might be a millionaire, but how does it help you if you become tight with all your property? Who will say that my grandfather was a very, he used to walk around with a sword and a pistol and all kinds of guns? Only the one who is a coward will say these things. Why are you riding on the fame of your grandfather? Do you understand? And then depression might come. When I was young, the older people in the village used to say, oh, this is a Czech walking around because he is from, you know, because these people are there all around me. And they say that this young man is a Czech. Well, a Czech means he's going to bring dowry. Have you seen people who get very elevated? So elevation and depression are both bad things. Those who get elevated and depressed, they bind bhaav karma through the discharging Dravyakarma. You are the pure soul, the knower of it, but you become the sufferer and therefore you bind karma. But if you become aware of the fact that I am not Uwe, I am pure soul, then you will not bind a single karma. So you have just become free from bhaav karma, the charge karma, or the subtle discharge karma, or the yellow glasses of dravya karma, and the no karmas are just unfolding through mind, speech, and body, which do not bind any karma. Some people go and cry in front of another person, please help me, please help me. Look, he himself can hardly walk. How is he going to help you? Those who do not know how to carry on a married life, they become bhaktis. They become spiritual leaders. Bhaktis. The Gnani says the world is the puzzle itself. God has not puzzled this world at all. Only scientific circumstantial evidences are these. Do you understand? If God had made this world, if I were speaking like this, then he would lift me up from this world very fast. He will not let me continue because I am talking against him. But there is no such person above. God is creator is correct for thoughtless people. God is not the creator is correct for critical thinkers. Yes, externally to the worldly people, I have to say yes, God created this world because I don't want to enter into conflict with them because they live on the basis of God is the creator, and we do not want to upset their faith and thinking. Jai Sachidanand.